is from the start of the week to today. All right. And ahead of today's show, well, on today's show, actually, we're going to be talking about celebrity advertising, the FDA, and alcohol. So in 2015, the Food and Drugs Authority banned celebrities from advertising alcoholic beverages. Yep. According to them, the ban was not only in adherence of the World Health Organization policy, but as part of their efforts to protect children and prevent them from being lured into alcoholism. So celebrities are not allowed to advertise alcohol, any form of advertisement. In fact, they cannot take a picture on Instagram with a bottle of some alcoholic beverage in the background. If they do so, the company, the company that produces that beverage would get sanctioned. Would like to understand this better. Would like to know why this policy. And is it really true that if celebrities advertise alcohol, children will be lured into alcoholism? What about all the alcohol billboards in town? All over the place. What about the many bars and restaurants that serve alcohol? What about the alcoholic parents themselves? All of these questions and more will be answered today on the show, because I'll be sitting with, from the FDA, I'm going to be sitting with the head of Industry Support Services of the Food and Drugs Authority. His name is Kofi SL. He's going to be my special guest today. And my other special guest today is the hustler of the year 2019. The hustler of the year 2019. Can you beat that? Hustler of the year overall. She goes by the name Equiapim Polo. And she'll join me soon. In the meantime, the Multimedia Group Limited, in partnership with SES, KNET, and Wolo Afrique, presents an e-learning project called Joy Learning. It's a channel dedicated to providing educational content for all levels. The channel was launched on Monday, the 30th of December, with a special focus on senior high school education, because we believe in nourishing minds for the future. The Joy Learning channel is designed to provide equal access to education, no matter who you are or where you are in Ghana. Joy Learning collaborates with SES and Wolo TV to develop and deliver new learning experiences for all. So study with Ghana's top teachers and lecturers on the Joy Learning channel. Joy Learning, keep learning. So what do you enjoy most about the internet? Do you like the hilarious videos and memes and pictures and comments? Or do you just like to stay in touch with your friends and family? Well, guess what? You can now enjoy 50 megabytes worth of free data to browse your favorite sites everywhere you go. Simply call your loved ones, pay for the first minute on MTN Free After One, and the rest of your call is free. You can also enjoy free 50 megabytes of data to browse your favorite websites. Just dial *315# and sign up now. We dare for you everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply. MTN. Well, guess who's here? Looking fly as usual. If you want to know and want to confirm, check out our Facebook page. We're streaming live, and Selwyn is a man on our social media desk. And this week, Noella is here. Hi, Noella.
Hi, Naa. It's been a minute.
I haven't seen you this
year. Of course.
I still can't see you.
Why? Because of the glass. I miss you. I'm good.
Oh, I miss you too. The way I miss you. Words cannot explain.
I see.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Right, so let's begin with Mr. Easy. He passed by the Joy Studios on Friday. Yeah. Right here on the show. Outside, yeah. And he spoke on a lot of things, a number of things actually. But one of the things that really struck me was his advice to up-and-coming musicians. And according to him, they should emulate Patapa's attitude towards music. Take a listen.
Okay. My advice to any Ghanaian artist anyway, look at Patapa. Patapa just put out his music, started with his community shared it to other communities. I don't think there's any marketing budget. Like, nobody told me to post one corner. I've met Patapaa, and even when you see Patapaa recording, there's this confidence, like he's the best. Like, in his head, he's like, he's better than Jay-Z. Do you understand? You see, I've watched Patapaa perform to a crowd. It was maybe just 3 or 4 people, and Patapaa was performing like it was 100,000 people. And I took that from him. So I'd say, like, look at Patapaa, but when you look at Patapaa, look behind the scenes and see some guy who thinks he's talented, believes in himself, is putting out his music. Whether you laugh at him or you clap for him, he keeps doing it, he keeps going, and the moment he gets the slightest breakthrough, he's running with it.
All year long, I'm not in one place.
All right, and apparently
myself,
Mr. Easy doesn't own a car, and he explains why he doesn't own that.
And I only drive it all year long. I'm not in one place, so I'm asking myself, okay, if I should buy a car for 100,000 Ghana cedis and I should park it in Ghana, and I only drive it when I come to Ghana, of what value is it? I can use that 100 Ghana cedis to invest in maybe videos.
But must everything about investment, don't you have a life? Don't you want to live?
Because I chop life everywhere I travel in the world. To God be the glory. I don't, even now, before I used to use Uber, and I didn't even used to pay because Uber gave me sponsorship.
Okay.
So I would drive the best of the Uber, maybe the best Mercedes. There was a time I was doing something with Porsche in London, so people were seeing me in the latest Porsche. Last year I spent so much time in London. If Porsche is giving me a car with a driver to drive around, am I stupid? Why am I going to buy a car? I'm not buying fuel. I'm not. For me, I like to go on vacation. I might not buy a car, but it might shock you to find out that Mr. Easy went on vacation and he spent 100,000 Ghana cedis in, let's say, 7 days.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Well, I'm all for the vacation idea.
Yeah, me too.
Charlie.
George,
Yeah, I think it's a smart thing to do, because really and truly, what's the point of having stuff that you're not gonna use?
Right.
You know, a lot of us Ghanaians in general, sometimes when you're cleaning your room, you realize that you have so much that why have I been keeping this for years?
Know what you have until
you clean your room. Exactly. It's very important. So the gentleman says, I don't want to buy a car because what's the point in buying a car and parking it? And these days, the way things are being improved each and every day, what's the point in owning one?
Right.
When in 2 years they may have released the latest model, so what's he gonna do? Change it every time they change it when he's not gonna use it anyway.
You swap it like we swap phones now.
Well, so yeah, I think it's a smart move, and a lot of people should emulate if they can.
Right. Well, this week, music and social media fanatics got the shock of their life when Becca announced that she'll be bringing to a halt her 13 years musical career. So she shared this news in an Instagram post on 4th January, and according to her, the move will allow her to give more attention to her family, investment, and other projects. So let me read excerpts of what she posted and some comment, and then you guys can tell me what you think. So she said, quote, "This is the beginning of another decade. What are your plans this decade? I'll briefly share 3 of mine. 1, end my 13 years as a recording artist by end of 2020. 2, focus on my several investments. 3, spend more time with my family. Each of these plans is backed up with cutting-edge blueprint. As a professional, you need to know when to start and when to let go. I will be making a substantive investment in a worthy and talented artist when I draw the curtains. But between now and the next 12 months, oh my God, it's going to be smash hits after smash hits. Hashtag blessed." So I'm going to read a few social media reactions to the story, and then I'll come back to you guys. So I am eman300 says, "I only just heard about you last year. I'm not a Ghanaian, and I love your songs. You now want to retire? I beg, no leave, no transfer." Official Connie Beat says, "Ending 13 years as a recording artist by end of this year. I don't like that part, but all we can do is support her." Nana Boateng 99 says, "At Becca Africa, you have always been my best among the female artists in Ghana." And Nana Kwabna Jew says, "All the best." And Jay Emmanuel says, "We are waiting for that day to come." So basically, those were the social media reactions, guys. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, can an artist ever really
Retire.
stop?
Yeah.
Reggie Rockstone has been retiring since I finished GSS.
You know,
He's still retiring.
can you ever? Can you really?
You know, the thing about creativity is that it's like an opium.
Exactly.
If it's I was telling Naa Ashorkor earlier that this
You're
year
hooked.
I am starting acting again.
Okay.
You know, it's a breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news. Drum roll.
You know, earlier we were just discussing before the show, and I was telling her that this year I want to get back into acting
Right.
again. It's when God blesses you with a talent, trust me, you can never
never stop.
ever shelve it forever. So I dare Becca to retire.
Hey.
I am daring her.
Hey.
She cannot retire.
Okay.
You know, yeah,
But
she
you
may
know
take
what?
go on a hiatus or something for a bit, but trust me.
Like Miss V did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this.
You know,
would
when
always
I
come back
read
to
a
the
comment
music.
on social media, she said she was drawing the curtains on her 13 years as a recording
Recording
artist.
Artist.
It
Not
doesn't
suppo-
mean that she's going to be
Yeah.
some other kind of artist
Yeah.
now.
Maybe it means she might still be performing, but she
Yes.
probably may not be recording new songs and
Yes.
all that. But even that, I dare say she won't be able to. I am taking
Well,
Becca
the
on
Bible
this
says
one.
that-
She won't be able to.
What's that parable of the talents? When God gives you a talent and you don't use it, you
he'll
go
take it
bury
away
it.
from
He's
you.
going to take it away from you,
Yeah,
or something
yeah,
like
something
give
like-
somebody else.
But
But anyway,
shouldn't be able to. I don't think so.
I think that creative people thrive on their
right.
creativity, and it's a very blood that runs through your veins.
Yeah.
It will be a real struggle to live
Very.
without doing
What you
what
love
you
you
love
love
to
to
do.
do,
Right.
especially if you're not incapacitated, but
Exactly.
you're choosing to stop.
I agree with you
So
now.
we'll see.
I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Okay, so on Wednesday, tell you what, Wednesday ended in tears for Gamro officials, and that's because one female musician called Ama Rasta decided to go all the way to the office
Charlie.
to invoke curses on the organization's
Charlie.
officials for failing to pay her royalties.
And she
So
took in Chimfua.
I'm telling you, she took eggs and a bottle of gin. You know what? Just take a listen to what went down, and I'll tell you more.
I am simple. Woman says, "Come on, me, you put your life. I am in sweat. You almost have to come on. I almost have to stick on me. Almost to be sick on me, and then I be at the bar. Almost some of me, and be body. And then, the Instagram will call you. Say, I'm going to stick on me, and still my father here. And what? So almost have to stick on me. Now,
All right, so you had excerpts of what she went to the Gamro office to do. Now, the next day, which was a Thursday, she was called on Hits FM's Daybreak Hit Show. And guys, you want to listen to this one, you know, to explain her actions better. And interestingly, she revealed that after her act, you know, she woke up to a Momo alert indicating that an amount of 290 Ghana cedis had been paid into her account. So, you know, the question is, must we curse before our royalties are being paid to us? Now, Gamro, in their reactions to Amarasta's story, you know, did not only label her actions as uncouth, they also, you know, accused veteran musician Akwesi Japan of masterminding the whole act. Take a listen to Yao Osborne, who's the national coordinator of copyright for Gamro, and he spoke on the behalf of the organization.
So the cases was for what? Who is Gamro anyway? I don't get it. Can you explain that to me? And it's not going to solve the problem for us.
Well, of course, it has solved the problem. She went there, invoked cases, and within a short time, her money was paid.
No. It's
Why
not
you-
because
why
of
you-
what she did. I
Was Gamma not afraid?
afraid of what? When you say Gamro, who
Your
are you referring
office.
to? The office is sitting there. The building sitting down there.
People are they're occupants. Are they not occupants?
The workers.
Yes.
But she was not the only person who received yesterday. It was an ongoing process before she even came in. Up to today, they are still sending. So she came there not for royalty. She came there just to invoke these cases and go away. But I can boldly tell you that it is a premeditated and orchestrated by that group led by Akosua Japan. She said this in the presence of Akosua Japan and one Ewuku. Yes, here at Adamo FM, at these premises. Why didn't they stop her? So they push her to come and do that just for this news, for the sake of this, the news that we are, I mean, wasting our time. Excuse me to use it, but we are wasting our time on this thing because it is the most uncultured thing that we is happening in Gamro.
Who's Gamro?
The whole organization with the workers and all.
Wow, he's clearly upset. I don't know, man. But we all don't know what this woman has had to go through waiting for her royalties, whether she depends on it for her life.
Yeah.
We don't know. But the whole thing was so bizarre.
Right.
When I watched it on Adum TV, I was wondering, okay, what's going on here? And I was particularly thrilled to see that she could grant an interview after.
Now, Kwame Rasta, you're welcome. Now, your sister this week did the most. Kwame Rasta.
Oh, yes.
What do you think?
They're related for her.
Yeah.
What's the connection?
Am I in Kwame?
Yeah, I'm in Kwame.
They're both Saturday ones.
Look at that.
I didn't see this coming. Yeah, so I'll give this to you.
Okay. But what do you have to say about the story?
I think that normally people who are aggrieved, like Dr. Kofi Abrefa-Buziawa,
Right.
when men are deprived of all avenues to a peaceful solution for the grave injustice afflicted upon them, recourse to arms might be the only solution to regain their dignity and self-respect.
Hey,
Now,
you see this coming, Pony.
I think that, and ordinarily people would pray to God when they are faced with some of these challenges, and believe you me, whatever it is that is due anybody accrued from intellectual property rights, it is one of the sweetest things you can enjoy as a creative,
Right.
it being a nickel or a dime or a shilling or kobo. So I understand where she's coming from. And who can judge her channels of communicating with those are gods,
Right.
so yes, it is fair that she went there that close to go and call on the gods to deal with my own uncle Rexoma and Osborne and all those good people.
Right.
As to whether it will work, as to whether it has worked, Osborne and Uncle Rexoma are both bald already. I don't know what else they will lose.
Right.
So yes, I think that it is within her right to go for her money,
Right.
and as we are being told, she's received or she's been notified of something, so so I just hope that she doesn't owe quick loan, so that
Right, Kwame Rasta, thank you.
You see, for me, I think it
Joy.
raises a bigger question. What must the man do to earn what is due him or her?
Right.
Oh, well, I said man, so to earn what is due him. Because it's not just Gamro. Look, we know actors living in this country who call other people in the industry to send them something little for bread. It is that bad for a lot of people. I mean, bread. There are actors who can call you and say, boss, I beg you, can I get 50 CDs? Actors, and these are respectable actors. Not one, not two.
Right.
I get calls from a number of them. I mean, a few. Yeah.
Right.
Well, not more than 10, but definitely more than 3. And it's constant. It's sad. It's heartbreaking. You ask yourself, what is Asok doing? Where are their royalties? These are people, some of them we grew up watching and loving. So where are their royalties? Naa Ashorkor is a fine actress. Now, have you ever earned any royalty before on all the movies and stuff that you've done?
No.
Wow. Have you gone to Asok to regularize your dealings with them? I have earned royalties before from Taxi Driver.
Okay.
maybe
I
Naa
have.
is not a member of ASOC. Are you?
But you see, you can't blame now because now probably
the
doesn't
status
even
quo
know
as it
there has
stands
been
now.
registration, there
Yes.
has been anything and all that. If I ask you who's president of ASOC, I'm sitting here, I don't know. You understand? Last time I checked, it was Richard Prempeh. Then there was a whole lot of conflict. They said Richard Prempeh and his people were chopping money, and then they said they were going to do this, they were going to do that. The
Why do
Actors
I get the
Guild, some
feeling
fishing
George
and
Coe
co.
is trying to vie
No,
for
I am not
president?
trying to vie for president of ASOC. I am so not interested. But my point is that there are people who are suffering, people that have worked so hard, given so much to the industry, and are not earning what they deserve. So if somebody takes a schnapp and that is what's going to end the result, let us all carry schnapp somewhere. Let us all carry schnapps and eggs.
Okay, guys. Thanks.
Nothing at all. We'll invest into the schnapp and eggs.
Well, moving on. I mean, this week social media was litty lit. Thanks to a young man, litty lit. Thanks to a young man who's now known as Busum Piyang.
Yes.
Atajwa. You know, I'm a big fan, I must say. So, guys, if you haven't if you haven't heard about the new song making waves on social media and of course on our radios, take a listen to Atajwa.
That's the quite
Atajwa. Atajwa.
Song of the year, Atajwa. I'm singing it. Anyway, so when the song was released, it got a lot of social media reaction. In fact, yesterday he trended again on Twitter.
You think it was the song or the video?
I think it's the video. The whole swag, his attitude, his character.
He's got swag.
So let me read a few reactions on social media. So Don Easy, Mr. Easy said, "Please help me find this last killer," and that made him trend all over yesterday. Comedian Ware says, "Busum Piyang will make the people increase the price of singlet." And Lamar the joke says, "At Busum Piyang, Charlie, you forget you forget Sarkodie and Real Joey B on the remix. Hey, love the jam." So definitely a lot of people are.
I know Sak also loves it because I actually saw it on Sak's Instagram.
Yeah.
Sak also posted it, so that's where I saw it.
I saw it on WhatsApp status, and I was like, okay, who's this guy? You know, I didn't listen to the whole thing. Then Sarkodie posted it, and I listened. I'm like, okay, this guy got attitude. You know, I love the.
Do you remember what Mr. Easy said about Patapa?
Yeah.
And when you listen to that and you look at what this gentleman is doing, it only means
confidence.
Whatever it is, just
Easy has sought him out on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Easy when to find them on Twitter.
Yeah. Of course.
I think there's been a link up already.
Well, that's the way it is.
All right, so let me wrap up with Miss V. She's currently, promoting her single, Sheriff, after she, returned from her hiatus.
Yeah.
And basically, she passed by the Hit Studios on Friday, and she spoke about a lot of things. But one thing that struck me was that Richie knew or expected her to give up on music. And she explains why.
About 2017, and I sort of told him this, that Richie, it looks like I may be giving up on music. The day I told him that, Richie, you know what, this is it, I'm going to be done with music, he said I knew this was coming.
Did you ask him why he thought that?
I mean, Richie knew, I had my issues, but I was never really clear on anything. When I told him, he said he knew he was expecting this to happen, and it did.
So Richie knew you were depressed?
So he could tell, but he didn't have the 411.
You worked with them with a contract. Had the contract expired?
No, it didn't. It's supposed to expire 2021.
And they still let you go?
Oh, why will you hold me when I'm suffering? That would be wickedness, And I was not with wicked people.
So when you were going through those difficult times, did you hear from them?
It was Richie I was kind of talking to.
What about Kwame, Eugene and Kitty?
No, I wasn't talking to anyone. My last performance 2 years ago when I stopped was at Miss Malaika. And before Miss Malaika, nobody knows this, I'm saying it first here, I was hospitalized. I wasn't sick, I was just so depressed, it made me feel sick. And that night, Richie was like, you know what, you are sick, don't come and perform. You are in a mood, don't come and perform. But I basically took out the drip, whatever, and I went on the Miss Malaika stage to perform. Yeah. So I knew it was going to be my last performance. So I just wanted to do it and say my bye.
Okay, guys. Nah.
And I was at that Miss Malaika show, and I thought there was something off about her.
I hear she stopped while performing.
I thought there was something off about her. I remember discussing with Jocelyn. Like, Jocelyn, is it just me or is something off about her?
Even her movement on stage. She carried herself.
Yeah, there was something because she had been on that stage the previous year, and I think so.
I thought it was an effect of the previous year was the magician's year. The previous year, her stage art was spectacular.
It was amazing.
She had been brought on stage by a magician. The magician actually conjured her from some box somewhere.
Okay.
Only problem was that when the magician and his team went backstage, all their stuff had been stolen. So then they asked the guys at the back, but we left our things here. The guy said, my magicians jumped them in the cup.
So on that stage, I thought there was something off about her, and I wasn't surprised. I wasn't too surprised to learn that she had been ill and all of that. But
she said she took off the drips and just
she's one strong girl.
Yeah,
she's one strong girl. I've been listening to all of her interviews over the last few days, and I think Miss V is a very strong girl, and I'm so proud of her for being able to talk about these things, because we don't talk about these things enough.
You're too embarrassed.
We don't be silly. We don't talk about these things enough. So I'm so proud of her for being able to speak about this freely, and whether she knows it or not, she's helping a lot of other people who
also
are dealing
open
with
up
all sorts of things, to open up.
So
kudos to her. And don't we just love Sheriff?
We do.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah.
I had a listen to it this morning.
Okay.
I watched the video too, and I thought that
the video is lit.
Yeah. So I just met her on my way here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
why did you pass?
Like under my bed. So yes, she's looking super full of energy and positive, and I think
everybody needs a little time away.
You know, and I would want to express a profound appreciation to the Lynx family for how they dealt with this. To Michael Asare, who is based in the US, who now is more like the main guy in her life professionally. I mean, and then the gentlemen who are with him here in Ghana too. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy as well. But I believe I spoke with Michael about 2 weeks ago, and I believe in the direction they are headed. And I think that with her energy, I mean, the sky will be the limit.
Right, George?
Well, I had a chat with Miss V on the drive, and I have been privy to everything that's going on. When she decided to quit music, she invited me home one day. We spoke from like 9 p.m. to like 1 a.m.
Okay.
And she was in a pretty bad state, so I am very happy, and I agree totally with Naa Ashorkor. She's a very, very strong girl, because the Miss V that I saw that evening, I didn't expect her to get back into music. It didn't look like.
Hey, was that bad?
Yeah, it was very bad. It didn't look like she would want to come back into music, Some of the chats we have, of course, when you don't have her permission, you can put it out on air. But all I can say is that I totally agree with Naa Ashorkor. She's a very, very strong girl, and we should all support her comeback. It's not been easy. She's been through a lot, and it takes the grace of God to be back where she is now. So let's all do our best to support her. It's not been easy at all.
Right, but I should. Well, thank you, Noella, for bringing us
thank you
showbiz this week. We absolutely appreciate it. Love you
too.
Always. But I should let you know we have a special guest in the studio now. The lady, our superstar in the studio now. The lady who goes by the name Ekiapimpolo. It's great to see you. This is the first time I'm seeing you, actually.
Yes.
You're welcome to the studios.
I'm so pompous to be here.
Yeah, so who?
Pompous to be here.
What's that? What's that?
I'm blessed to be here.
We're happy to have you. So what do you think about Miss V's comeback?
Oh, Miss V comeback is a great achievement for me, because my English, what I want to put, I'm not putting it well, but
speak it in Chinese, I'll translate.
Because Miss V is energetic, strong woman. I've performed with Miss V before on stage.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that was, I think, 4 years ago.
Okay.
And on stage, and through the rehearsals, Miss V is a strong girl. She doesn't get tired, and she sings from the heart.
Okay.
So when I heard that Miss V is retired, I said, Miss V, why are you not coming? Rosemary, at least I'll be dancing for you. You know me, I'm a good twerker. So I was waiting to see if Miss V will come back, and God's grace, she's back. And I was thinking when our late Ebony died, excuse me to say, Miss V was going to be
the next big thing.
Yes, please. Because already, my voice, because of fooling, my voice is gone. So when Ebony left, I thought Miss because she's good. Miss V is good, but for some circumstance, Miss V couldn't stand and she left. And I know it was something good because now she has gone to exhale herself and put in more energy. And I know this comeback is going to be great. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Well, it's great to have you in the studios. For the very first time, is this your first time at Joy FM?
No, this is my second time. The first time was promoting Away Bus.
Okay. So you're an actress too, aren't you?
Yes, please.
First of all, can you introduce yourself? Can you introduce yourself to us? Ekwiapin Polo, who are you?
Okay. This is a great opportunity for me to explore and express myself for the whole world to know who I am. Ekwiapin Polo is a happy, joyful girl, a single mother, a twerker, a video vixen, and
a what?
A twerker.
You are a twerker?
Yes, please.
Okay.
A video vixen, young actress, and a drama queen.
What's a drama queen? You act on stage?
Most of the time I act on stage and I act on social media for people to laugh.
So you're a comedian?
Yes, not really. Mine is drama queen.
Can you explain what a drama queen does?
Okay, a drama queen is someone who can raise and bisect the leg for people to laugh.
Sorry. Rasta, was it just me or did I miss it?
No, I'm actually stuck. Yeah.
So you said drama queen does what?
A drama queen is someone who can raise and bisect the legs for someone to laugh.
On social media?
Yes, please.
So that's what you do professionally?
Yes, please.
Do you make money from doing that?
Yes, a lot.
How do you make money?
Okay, I twerk and dance and go crazy on artist song and they pay me.
Okay, so you are a dancer?
Yes, please.
Yes, so that makes you a dancer, not a drama queen who
I'm a drama queen because I'm so crazy when I'm dancing and it makes people laugh because anyone can dance and no one will laugh.
How old are you?
Oh, sister, this one is huge.
It's huge.
And I can't lie to you too.
Don't lie to me, just tell me. I can tell I'm 31 years old.
Gee.
How old are you? Well, you don't want to say?
I'm 30, I'll be 31 1st June.
You'll be 31 on the 1st of June. I see. What have you always wanted to be, Ekwiapin Polo? What was your childhood dream?
Okay, so my childhood dream was to become a doctor.
Okay.
Like herbal doctor or like?
No, medical doctor.
You wanted to be a medical doctor?
Yes, please.
I see. And so tell me about it.
Okay, so when I got to class 5, they started putting late Susie Williams in my mind that I look like her, and so when I got to senior high school, I studied general arts and I did a lot of arts.
Which school did you go to?
Adontin Senior High.
Oh, I see.
New Tafel. Yeah.
No, in Ebri or
New Tafel.
There's another Adontin.
Yes, New Tafel. Yes, it's close to Opas.
Okay, so
that junction.
Tafel.
Yes,
yeah,
please. Okay. So that's where I schooled, and after school I came to Accra to work on the acting aspects because people say I look like Susie Williams by then those days. Yes, and I'm pretty like Susie Williams, and that is true. Yeah.
So you wanted to be a medical doctor.
Yeah.
But people told you that you looked like Susie Williams. So because of that,
and
you
that
decided to try, acting. And
and not really because of that, but financial problem too was there. Who to help me, who to push me, academically, and so a lot of things. So
did you finish secondary school?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you wanted to go to the university?
Yes, I wish. I want to.
You would have liked to go?
Yes.
Okay, but there were many problems.
Yeah.
I see. So that's why you put education on hold and came to Accra?
Yes.
How old were you then?
Okay, I was 19 when I came to Accra.
Okay, so who did you come to in Accra?
I followed my sugar daddy.
You followed your sugar daddy to Accra?
Yeah.
You were 19 at the time?
Yeah.
Okay, and he was supposed to help you?
Yes, he helped me in school,
Okay,
secondary school. Yeah.
Okay, did your mom know about him?
Yes.
Okay.
All my family members know about him.
Okay. Was he married?
By then, no, but he had a kid with a woman by then.
Okay, all right. So he brought you to Accra so he could help you,
Yeah.
but he couldn't help you go to the university, or you didn't get admission?
No, when I got to Accra, everything changed. My mind changed. I started working at the restaurants and Malcolm, Max Mats. Yes, so everything changed. I didn't come down for him to do what he wanted to do for me because my mind wasn't what he was thinking for me.
What was he thinking for you?
My education.
Okay.
Yeah, to go to further my education and go to do my doctrine course. But me too, when I got to Accra, I said no because one, I'm not good
academically.
Yes, so I don't want to worry him and destroy his money on those kind of things and be writing exams and be writing. I don't have that time. I don't have that time. So me, since child I want papa, those kind of things.
You wanted the fast way.
Yes. Like you sell this, you get money. Yes, that's what I want.
So you wanted to be a businesswoman?
That is me. It's part of me naturally.
Naturally.
Yes, but that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you wanted to be a doctor. You came to Accra. You thought you could be an actress.
Yes.
And you also have a natural flair for business.
Yes.
Did you take up any business?
Oh, when I got to Accra, I couldn't do that. But when I got to Accra, I used to work for restaurants, Irish pub.
As a what?
Waitress.
Okay.
Yes, and I worked for Max Mart as well.
Okay.
Yes, and then a lot. I did a lot.
You did a lot of things here and there.
Yes.
Were you living with him?
No, he rented a place for me for 5 good years when I got
So you were a 19-year-old girl in Accra.
Yeah.
With a sugar daddy who you weren't listening to, and you did a lot of jobs here and there.
Yeah.
How was it for you at the time? I mean, you were very young.
Yeah, I was very young but determined.
Okay.
Yeah, so everything was I saw everything like it was easy because my mind was, this is what I want to get. So I wasn't thinking about anything that will come.
Okay.
The consequences, I was just doing it. And that was when I joined the video vixen because I met a lady and she introduced me to music videos. So anytime she gets a music video, she will call me, Rosamond, I'm going to shoot this music video. Then I'll follow her on set.
Were they paying you at the time?
By then, yes, they were paying me, but it was my friend who pays me. Anything
How much was
she
she
gets.
paying you?
Oh, by then, yeah, it was transportation. Like if you say like 50 cedis.
Then you go and dance.
Yeah.
Did you know you could dance before you met her?
Yes, I used to dance when I was a kid. I dance and I get money for my grandfather. So my grandfather and my grandmother, so we eat. So
you used to dance in order to put food on the table for your family as a child.
So every funeral in Soon, you will see me there. All I need to do is bath, put on collar, that's cloth.
Yes.
And then
around your neck.
My grandmother will put powder on my face for me. And then I'll go and dance. I'll get
What
money.
kind of dance?
Any dance. I've been dancing. I dance.
So do they pay you or people dash you money?
They dash me money.
Okay, and you bring it home for your grandparents to have food?
Yeah.
Wow. I see. So back to Accra, you met this lady and then she introduced you to
music videos. So my first music video was with Castro and Asamoah.
Okay, which song was that?
The Baby Jets.
Okay.
No.
So you were in that video?
Yes, please.
I see. How was it for you? I mean, a simple girl from Suhum and then you were standing before Asamoah and Baby Jets.
By then, it was a great feeling. I didn't even expect it. And she didn't tell me it was for Asamoah and Castro. She told me we are going to do a music video and we are going to model in it. She didn't even tell me I was going to dance. When I got there, they've already learnt the dance already. So I couldn't pick most of the dance, but I was part of the music video.
How did you feel being in the presence of celebrated people?
I felt great. A lot of great, I don't know, my English is not good. And through that music video, opened a lot of doors for me because after that music video, I did another music video the next week for Tiny and Eze, Uradia. Yes, I was standing on the tall staircase dancing.
Okay.
Yes. So since then, I've been dancing for musicians
How did it feel back then? It must have felt like
yes.
you were like a celebrity.
And by then I was just enjoying myself.
Did people recognize you from your hometown? Anybody call you?
Yes, some people. Anytime they watch my music video, they will. And when I get to Sohom, since then, when I get to Sohom, oh, they see me like. Because when I was there too, there was this lady who back used mommy. She was the only person we see as a star. This person who comes from Sohom that was featured in music video. So when I also came to Accra to start, and I realized the lady contacted me, but then she was living in Teshin. And I was in Osu. So she called me one day. She said, "Hey, baby, yeah." That's how they call me in Sohom, baby, yeah. So she said that she has seen me. I'm also working hard. So she called me. She invited me to her house, and so she used to motivate me too as well. So
I see.
Yeah.
Well, in case you just tuned in, we have in the studio our hustler of the year 2019, Cardi B's twin sister, Ekuapim Polo, live on Showbiz ATZ. So, have you, since you became such a big celebrated lady from your little town, inspired or motivated anybody like this lady did for you?
A lot. Even people from Sohom, most of them are in Accra here.
How do you go about it?
Okay, I talk to them, I invite them home.
You have your own place?
Yes, please. Since I got to Accra, I've been renting.
Okay.
I don't pitch. I've never pitched with anyone.
Okay.
I've been renting.
Okay.
Yes. So they come to me, I talk to them. Most of them are also in the music video. Most of them are also struggling. But all that I tell them is, so far as your parents have money and they are taking care of you, just relax, complete your education, because as you can see, I'm really suffering.
Are you suffering?
Like academically.
Okay.
Yes, because there are a lot of things I have to express myself well, but I'm not able to express myself because one, my English is not really good.
Your English is not bad. You keep saying that, but I don't think your English is bad.
No, she says she's suffering. Like, we don't know the mechanism that makes her,
Suffer.
express those.
But from a listener's point of view.
Okay, so explain it to her.
Great. I think you sound great.
Oh, my camera for her.
Yeah.
That's it.
So don't worry about it at all.
Okay, so due to that, I told her anytime she feels like, if whatever you think is good, just pray over it to God, work on it. It should be like, so far as it's not something bad, you are not killing, you are not stealing, you are not on the street doing prostitution, and you think it's going to fetch you money, just work on it and pray over it and do it.
Are you a spiritual person?
No,
not like with you. Like, do you attend church? Like.
She understands. Rasta.
Yes, I go to church.
Where do you go to church?
Rema.
Okay.
Chado.
Okay. Do you go to church often or once in a while?
Oh, I don't get the chance to go every day, but the least any time I get Sunday, I go to church.
Okay, I see. At Rema.
Yes,
you do
please.
anything in church? Do you dance in church? Or you're just a member?
I used to do something, but later on I stopped. So
What do you used to do?
I used to be part of the choir.
So you sing?
Yes.
I see. Why did you stop?
No, my guilty conscience, and you know me, I'm a real person. Yes,
Okay.
and I always say that things I did and how I started to become a Ekuapim Polo it wasn't the right way, and things I do on social media too, most of them are not right. So sometimes you do all those things. I know it's from God. Look at
Your
the
heart.
heart, yes, but sometimes you go and look be on the pulpits and sing and tomorrow you come home and be twerking and
What's wrong with twerking?
sometimes my twerking is wicked.
When you say wicked, do you mean it's sinful?
It's serious
I don't understand.
because I expose most of my body.
And you don't think God likes that?
No, God doesn't like it.
So why do you do it?
It puts food on my table, and I'm a single mother, so
You
it
have
tells
to take
me.
care of your child.
Yes.
When you say some of the things you did when you started were not good, what are you referring to?
Okay. How I started, I step on people's toe. I step on most of the big celebrities' toe. Talks. I spoke about them, and most of them got hurt.
Were you speaking the truth when you spoke about them?
Yes, it was the truth. It's something that happened, and I picked it and I addressed it on my page.
But you feel that you were wrong to have done so?
Yes, because to hurt someone is something else. I knew what I was doing was hurting someone.
But you were doing it regardless?
Yes.
Why? Was that fetching you money?
Most of the time, yes, it fetches me money, because when I started that, a lot of people realized that I was loud and I got their attention, so I was getting contracts and commercials to do on my page. People call me to advertise their product for them because
did anyone ever pay you to slander somebody? Did anyone ever pay you to speak ill about another person on your page?
No one has ever paid me to talk about anyone. I did everything by myself. I did it. I've never even scripted anything I've done before.
Has anyone ever paid you to talk about them or promote them on your page?
Oh Jesus.
Don't mention this.
I don't want to talk about this, please. I beg you.
Oh, you don't have to mention anybody's name.
All right, then yes.
Okay, so they give you money and tell you
Sometimes,
to do what?
Yes, and then talk about them.
So when you sit in your car and you make those videos talking about some celebrities,
sometimes I'll go like someone is breaking my heart and the person should be careful. I don't want you again, and those kind of things. Sometimes I arrange with the person I talk about, and then I do that.
Because sometimes they come out and say you are lying and all that. Is it all staged?
It's all staged.
Wow.
That's why most of them are not worried. And
I see.
Now,
yes,
you've done a great job today, and I feel proud.
I'm not that. I'm still.
Yeah. But quickly. You see, you've hastened a segment that is most unfair to, especially me sitting right across her.
How so?
The twerking bit. You see, if she can demonstrate.
She cannot.
No, we are very serious people here.
She
now,
cannot.
listen.
And I said she cannot. And I said she cannot. Thank you very much.
It's so not fair.
That's alright. Life is not fair. A captain polo, my dear. Don't mind Rasta. He's high on
people are asking if we want to announce the WhatsApp line, because it looks like people want to.
I beg your pardon. I'm very sorry. The WhatsApp number is 0244 340 437. 0244 340 437. Please send in your questions for Ekuapin Polo. She'll be too happy to answer. 0244 340 437. And who knows, I just might activate the phone lines as well. Also, we've been joined by Mr. Kofi Yassel from the FDA. We'll soon talk to him. Ekuapin Polo even has some questions for him, because she has some serious contracts coming up and he is sitting on her money. So we'll be talking to him in a bit. Ekuapin Polo, what do people say about you? Who do people say you are?
Okay, to me, dear, what people say I'm a bush girl. I can't express myself, and I'm not good for their image. Yes, that's what people say, and I hear it most of the time. And they say it to my face. Sometimes when I walk to them and I say, I want to take a picture with you, they tell me, sometimes they go like, like I'm scared of you, or you are not good for my image. Yeah, that's what they say to me.
But you know, do you feel that sometimes people say these things about you because they don't know you? They don't know your story. They just see you on social media and they have this perception about you, but they don't maybe take their time to know who you are and what your story is. Do you feel unfairly treated?
Oh, yes, most of the time, because most of the time I sit down and go like, these people who are saying this same thing have been through a lot in the industry as well, and most of them are also loud. Just say their loudness is not like how I am, and they understand showbiz, and they know very well. They know that whatever I'm doing is just for fun, and because I can't say that I want to become Rosamond Brown, but I want to look up to you, how you when you fast with the food piano, it won't work for me. It won't work for me. So all that, I just wanted them to know that is oh, this girl is a poor girl. I've said a lot about me. They didn't know. Most of them are Chloe Crofi from. Where is she from? Who is she? That all of a sudden, you get me. I started from afar. I started with Obra, no, Oswald Street with late George Williams. I was I'm like the main character in Oswald Street, but people didn't know me by then. No one, Choco Chocho, Obra. I've done a lot of commercials. Vico Mott came. I did their first commercial for them, but still people didn't know me, so I became loud.
So you feel that that's what charted the path for you?
Yes.
I tell you what, when we posted your photo on social media that you were going to be on the show, we got some bashing. Like Joy FM is hosting Rosemont Brown. Why?
Yes.
And perhaps it's because everybody has a story, and it's important for us to listen to people's story and know where they are coming from and who they are and why they are the way they are before we judge them, if we have the rights to judge them at all. So I am glad that you're here and you're sharing your story, and I'd encourage you to tell us, from your heart, the things that we don't know about you.
Because I used to be a cool person. Even
When
Prince
you say cool
Yosin,
person, what do you mean?
Prince Yosin realized, Mama Dokno saw it and said, no, this is not the Rose. Even Kasim Sinari. She saw me one day and she was like, are you the Equiapin Polo? I said, yes, mommy. She said, no. She couldn't believe it because I worked with her on Salah. And I was a cool person.
When you say cool, you mean like quiet?
Like Christian, Presbyterian.
I can't even sit here and talk.
So
I'm a shy person. People who are close to me knows that. Yes, they know that Rosemont is a shy person. Yes.
So how did this happen?
It's even difficult to see me put on a short thing.
Well,
My
now
friends
you're wearing
know,
a
but
crop
now-
top,
yes, now-
showing us a very nice belly.
And I'm sitting across her.
At first, that is it. You'll never see me. Even when we go to perform on stage or do music video, my friends knows it. It's either I wear stretch leggings under the niqab you wear. That's what I've been doing. It's not easy to see me in those short knickers. And when we get music videos and we are going to wear swimwears, I'll be out. So you never, all the music videos that I've done, I've never modeled in swimwear before.
Like,
what changed?
That was then, like
That was then, yes.
colonial Ghana,
Yeah.
but now you.
Yes.
So let me see. You have Rosemont Brown is a shy, quiet girl, but Equiapin Polo is it your alter ego? What do you call it?
Like photocopy.
It's a totally different person.
Yes, but the Equiapin Polo attitude or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a blogger who gave me that thing.
Tell us a story.
It was the blogger. Even all that I did is the blogger who call and say, Rosemont, do this video, talk about this issue, say this and this and this, and she will write that whatever she want me to say, and then I'll say exactly that thing. That's the same thing, yes. And sometimes I'll be sleeping and the blogger will call me because I walked to the blogger and I told the blogger that I want to be popular. And she asked, who are you? What do you do? Because she only talk about celebrities. And I said, oh, okay. So I told her everything. So anything that the blogger posted was coming from me. I gave it to the blogger to post it.
It was all staged.
Yes. And people didn't
Why
know
did you
about
want to be
that.
popular so badly?
Because I've worked hard and I'm a poor girl. I'm a poor child. I don't have anyone. I came to Accra to hustle and I gave birth out of it and no one was supporting me.
Tell me the story of your child's birth.
Okay, so after my sugar daddy, then I met a young guy here in Accra and he was also supportive. And I saw him long ago, by then I was in SS. Whenever I come to see my sugar daddy here, I see him, but by then when there was nothing serious between us, he sees me, he's fan of me. Sometimes my friend will go to me when I'm in school that I need some things, and my friend will take the money. I wouldn't even know. So when I come to Accra, my friend will tell me, Rosemont, I took this from the guy. So in the guy's head, he thinks I knew about it. Yes. So after I came, I completed everything. My sugar daddy was there, but I knew he was with a woman.
Okay.
So yes, I decided to also move in with a young guy in case I don't marry my sugar daddy. Then I
have someone
else. Yes. So little by little, and then I got pregnant. I got pregnant for him. And
How old were you?
I was 24 by then.
Okay.
Yes.
You're
And
very old, like fairly old.
Yeah.
I was 24 by then. So I got pregnant. Even when I was pregnant, 4 months pregnant, I was still performing with my pregnancy for Becca Girls Talk. We started Becca Girls Talk. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was pregnant and my place got bent. Where
Your
the
house?
Yeah, where the man rented for me.
Wow.
Yes, but I lived there for 5 years before the place got bent. In Osu.
Right on cue.
Just before the rent expired.
Yes, please. I was going to renew it, but my landlady was old. So for her to come for the money, she told me the son will come for the money. The son was not coming. So the money, everything got bent because, yes, the place got bent around 2 a.m. And my mom was in the room. I was pregnant by then. So I was with my baby papa.
Okay.
So, and my mom visited. So I left the room for my mom. And my mom came out naked. She nearly died because she was asleep. People went to wake her up. So I didn't pick anything. No one picked anything from the house. Everything got bent. So I had to move into my baby papa. So I gave birth before I left his place.
How's your baby? And how old is he now?
Okay, he's fine and he will be 7 30th June.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
You've done very well for him.
Thank you.
Does he know what you do?
Yes.
How does he feel about it? Does he know his mother is a captain polo when he goes to school? When you pick him up from school, do some of the parents recognize you?
Leaving the school, I'm like an eye, yes, because I do a lot for the school. Though I don't really have much, but I do a lot for the school.
What do you do for the school?
Cement, school, exercise books, and a lot of things. Okay. Even the bloggers will testify to. Yes.
Is there a school under tree? Like, what do they need the items for?
They need it because they have to expand the school.
Okay. So are you a shareholder? Are they considering you a partner in ownership of the school?
No, I don't even want that.
So
I just want
support
to support them.
I see.
Yes.
So just supporting.
Okay.
I see. So yeah, I was asking about your son. When you twerk on social media, and do your dangerous dance moves and all of that, do you sometimes think about your son? And does it matter to you at all?
Yes, my son really matters to me. Sometimes I think about it because first of all, I've already said that whatever I did or whatever I do is not the right way. But my son to grow up and understand that I'm a single mother. I need to fight for him because what I didn't get, the education I didn't get, the upbringing that I didn't get, he needs to get it. And I have to work hard because my mom too needs to get the money to help me keep him upright, because my mom took my son when he was 6 months. So from 6 months my son has been with my mom and I've been in Accra working. So yes, you understand, I feel for him, but when he grows up and I tell him, baby, this is it, I will explain to him and he will understand me. I know it's not good, but he will understand me.
You keep saying it's not good, it's not right. I know I'm wrong.
Yes, because
but you keep saying so let me ask you this question.
What if my son...
You see people in the industry that you admire, is that true?
Yes.
Do you think that they're doing or they're applying their craft the right way?
Alright, so far as it's not exposed and no one sees it, there's a saying, when your time. But mine is everywhere. Whatever I do, though I'm not a thief, no one has heard of Rosemond chasing someone's husband or on the street, excuse me to say, doing prostitution. All I do is to twerk on my page and make fun videos.
Do you think there's another way for you to make good money?
Yes.
Still be popular.
Yes.
Care for your child.
Yes.
And be successful in the industry other than twerking and all that stuff? Do you think that your talent, you can use the talent in other ways?
I just need the push. I need the support from my big sisters and brothers in the industry, that if anyone should be able to call me and say, Rosemond, I see you have a talent, you can act. If I'm able to act to get 7 awards and 7 citations and 1 coming from outside Ghana, it means I'm good in acting. I just need them to get me close to them and say, Rosemond, I have a production, we do music series. So okay, for me to take you off social media from twerking, because when we started shooting our way back, I stopped twerking.
You want to stop the twerking?
I want to stop some things I do on social media. Something should keep me busy.
And you want to stop twerking?
Yes, I have to stop. I want to stop.
But you are not infringing on any constitutional provision. You are not sinning. It's not in the 10 Commandments. Listen, my sister, I am listening to your story, and I do not see the crime and the sin. I mean, you pointed out what would have amounted to sinful acts, like you haven't gone on after anybody's husband, or you've not been caught going after anybody's husband, and that for me is what would have been criminal, But if, considering your limited education skill set, you have left Suhum. I know Suhum. My ancestors come from Boko. Do you know Boko?
Yeah, I know that.
Yes, very far, that place. And then you come from that side. You come to Accra. You come on the back of an elderly man who should know better. He rents a 5-bedroom place for you, a 5-year rent. Listen, you didn't have a choice, and you had to hustle. You couldn't have climbed trees to pluck coconut and sell. You don't have the legs and the arms. This is what you could have done. Yes, I am telling you, you are not a farmer. You couldn't have been and worked at Atomic Energy as biochemist or my sister. If it is twerking and you are getting paid for it.
All right, this is not anti-Rasta advice to you.
No, but now listen. This is a single mother, and finally, listen. You are an inspiration. I live up on the mountains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and there are I know lots of stories of young teenagers who have cut their education short. Most are JSS graduates, females. The men, their height in career is to be Okada riders. They are there. They are human beings. They are Ghanaians. The females are hoping to run away. They come to Medina. They are called the Indomie girls. Okay, people climb up the ridge and have their way with them for free. You have left. You are in Accra. I'm telling you that you are an inspiration to lots, hundreds and thousands of females out there. Please, just be you. Okay. And then don't be cowed by the pressures of the city life. You have a child whom you are supposed to be responsible to the best of what you are saying. You are being responsible enough. Okay, you are not auditioning to be a priest. You are a Pimpolo, and never stop being you. So far, in as much as the established orders are not reaching out to you to enlist you to feature in their movies, you are making money on your social media page.
Yes.
Okay, listen, Shatawale's case, for instance, started on social media. He's arguably the biggest thing to happen to Ghana music in forever. You understand? And it is because he has direct interaction with his fans. You have a solid fan base. Appease them. There's a reason they follow you. Do not stop. If those who matter or who think they matter are not hiring you, do your thing. It's about the money. Okay? And just keep on believing in your God. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it's about the money, but it's also about the peace of mind and appreciation of self and self-worth. So don't forget these things, all right? All right. Thank you, Auntie Rasta. George Ko is here. Sadiq is here.
FDA is here.
FDA is here, so I know she has a question for FDA.
Yeah, it's important.
but let's come to George and
Rosemond,
and Sadiq first.
Your church is in Chado.
Yes, please.
Where do you live?
I used to live there, so that's why.
Because I think I saw a video of you make a presentation to a certain girl in a hostel around there some time back.
Yes.
I saw it on social media.
Yes.
Okay, you live around that side?
Chado.
Okay, that's interesting. A message from Uncle Nab. Oh, no, because I have seen, yeah. A message from Uncle Nab says, that lady on the program, Ikuapim Polo, is a real human being. People should leave her alone to live her life. Obviously, she did not get the opportunity that many girls had. People should never be judgmental when they have not heard the whole story. I admire her for her hustle. That's a very big man. Uncle Nab was former editor for Graphic Showbiz, and he now lectures at the Africa University College of Communications. I also admire your hustle, but I would also like to say that in everything you do, you should be mindful because the internet never forgets. If you say something on radio or you even attend a television interview, it could pass, the drive could crash, or GBC got burned some time back and a lot of content was lost. That could go, it's transient, it passes very quickly. Radio, I don't think people would remember the first thing you said when you got onto this interview, but it's different with the internet. The internet never ever forgets. And because we all don't know what tomorrow would hold for us, because we all don't know where we may find ourselves tomorrow, what doors may open tomorrow, it is always important that we are a little circumspect in what we post, especially on the internet. I appreciate your drive. What you did with Cardi B, it was as real as it could be. I mean, human beings, we should always be real. I mean, there's no need hiding who you are or whatever. This is who you are. And I would encourage you to go as far as you can. I would encourage you to give your best, but you should also realize that at some point you will become an inspiration. And if you're going to be an inspiration, then you should inspire. You are who you are, but you can turn it for the good of yourself and other people that may look up to you. You understand? I mean, we live in a highly hypocritical world that is highly critical of people like you and others like you. But if you're resolute, if you're focused, and your faith in God is deep enough, I am sure you would go far. But my only advice is that you should always be careful because the internet would never forget. And one day, some of the things that you may be putting up today, thinking it is fun, thinking I want to be popular, thinking I'm building a brand, thinking my blogger lady who's advising me, helping me be a star says I should do this, I should do that, one day could come back and bite you. So just be careful because the internet would never ever forget. That's all I can say.
Thank you, George.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Don't be scared, though. Don't be scared.
What's up?
Yeah, cool, I'm fine. For me, just a bit disappointed.
That's what you look alike, though.
Oh, sir. The yellow purple with you. You know, for me, I was just a bit disappointed in the fact that there are people that were expressing misgivings with having Ekuapim Polo on Joy FM. I mean, I've seen some of the commentary on Facebook, for instance, and I mean, I was very, very disappointed in some of these people. I mean, because I also identify with the narrative that everybody's got a story, everybody's got a clean up stage, and I mean, if you don't listen to the likes of Ekuapim Polo, you probably don't understand her background and where she's coming from. But there's one thing that you always keep saying: if they pay you, is that your own way of dealing with some of these critics? What's that?
That's a tagline.
That's your tagline. How do you say it? How do you say it?
If they pay you, kiss kiss.
You know, so but I mean, I like how you've been able to deal with some of these critics and develop a thick skin and have been able to make it this far. I mean, just keep giving up, just keep keeping on.
All right. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Now,
Yes, Rasta.
when sorry,
Rasta is still
the
interested in
VGMAs
networks.
were launching the 20th anniversary event at the La Beach, and then just when I was exiting, I saw Ekuapim Polo join the free, and I sat here and I was like, she had no business being there,
But she showed
and
up.
nobody invited her, and I didn't. In fact, I think I
Maybe George is
cross-checked
right.
with George
George, you know you right
to
there.
confirm whether indeed yes. So I was like, George, was she invited? Not because she was a lesser person, but I thought that almost everybody I saw there had informed the 20-year period, and this was a serious gathering and not Ekuapim Polos, you know, kind of they paying you, you know. So yes, and I have sat here and I think I had a lot of backlash for having, you know, expressed those thoughts, and I still stand by it. Listen, but if you should seize the opportunity and justify why you are in the acting space, for instance. If you, for a mother, you are doing everything right. And that's the more reason you should never stop. Okay, because even those who did everything right and beyond were crucified once in the Bible says so. So you can never appease everybody, and yes, the Bible says so. So Equiapim Polo, listen, don't be scared. If you do any mistakes out there, the internet of course would never forget, and you pay for it as you should, but nobody will kill you. There are lots of good people. Some of them plotted coups in this town. They are still working. Some have other people's money, and this Christmas they chilled.
Like who?
Ask me about those who collected the money. So listen, Equiapim Polo, never stop being you, and come to Equiapim. And this weekend, for instance, the people of Manfi are having a derba. Nikki Darling is
but I thought they disowned her. Didn't they?
The whereabouts in Equiapim do you come from?
Who disowned her?
Manfi,
yes, your people. They are having, they are wrapping up
but didn't the chief of Manfi?
I went to Benkum Secondary School.
Didn't the chief of Manfi?
Yes, are my people.
Yes, so please go to Manfi and let your people, enjoy you anyhow, and then.
And even the chief of Soon is so happy. He's so happy wherever I've taken the name to. I went to the Soon Odra as well.
Okay.
And when he
realized, the one shut up performed.
Yes, please. When he realized I was around, he made them call me at the gathering, and he blessed me, and he even asked me to change the name from Equiapim Polo to Suhum Polo. Okay. So this Christmas.
That's the same chief that disowned you earlier.
It's not even the Manfi chief who said that thing. No, it was the Mampong. One of the Mampong chiefs, and you are not my chief. I'm Manfi. I'm Manfi. I come from Manfi, and the Manfi people have never complained about whatever I do.
Yeah, I know them.
Yes,
they will not complain.
Let me ask Mr. Essel. Mr. Kofi Essel, you've been here from the start of our interview. What do you make of all that we have talked about, and do you have any advice to offer to Equiapim Polo?
Well, thank you very much for having me. But I would like to say I'm so privileged to hear a story like this.
Indeed you are.
And I've been sitting quietly listening to her. And I was asking myself, if you have a sister, a family member, who for some reason have gone through life to this far, I'll first and foremost will want to hear from her. And I think she said something. If my conscience tells me that what I'm doing is not right and I need to change, I think you get to a point in your life that you feel that going forward I may have to put the brakes on certain things that I do. I will advise her to probably think through that and then consider what she has to do going forward. And I think Abaji made it right by saying that the internet doesn't forget. And so once your conscience tells you that there's something wrong with what I'm doing, then probably she has to pull the brakes. Okay? But what she needs to do going forward is what matters now. She has to be helped. Someone has to hold her hands and tell her that you need to move from point A to point B. Forget about the past. Even the Bible talks about it. I forget about the past. Okay? And I now focus on what I need to do going forward. And so she needs to identify what she needs to do going forward. Let the past go. There's nothing she can do about her past. Okay? We've seen people who probably at a point in time even wants to buy back videos. Okay, their videos. Okay, because they've realized that look, this bad past or this past may damage me. And so I will want to admonish her. This is how far you've come. Your story is as good as any story that anyone or probably a lot of people have gone through life like that. They started from the muddy places. Now somehow fate has brought them to a point where they have made it. The past will hurt, but they can use their past to change other people.
Okay.
I'm happy she tells people who want to come to Accra from a village or from wherever she's coming from, that look, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. It's a good advice. But if somehow, by twerking, she feels other people see that and then they say this is not. And then she doesn't encourage other people, and I believe she does that. She doesn't encourage young girls who come to her to also twerk the way she does. Then she feels that, look, even though this is bringing me money, I don't feel good about it.
Mr. Do you know what twerking is? Do you know what twerking is?
You want me to say it in Ghana?
No, that's enough. Please continue.
I was born and bred in Accra, so
let's just continue from where you were. Please ignore that question.
And so, if
this is not safe.
if by twerking she feels bad about it, I mean, I always believe in the consciousness of the person. Yes, if my conscience doesn't feel good about what I'm doing, you know, in previous for what they are, so long as you've gotten to that point, sit back and ask yourself. And I will probably ask you now. You have dealt with a lot of counselors and things like that. She may need one, okay, to help her go through this. It is not easy for her to just. It is one thing to say that I want to change. You need the courage to be able to change. I'm not asking her to change being an artist or whatever area she finds herself in the entertainment industry, but that aspect of what she does that she feels bad about. That is what I want her to consider, and she needs that support to be able to do that.
I see.
Well said. Well said. Thank you, Mr. SL. Let me read some messages coming in now. CBO says, now market. She will end up permanently in the house of God.
Hallelujah.
Her story will inspire people to God.
Yeah. By all means.
Shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Akwabana, awesome show and brilliant panelists. Where's Uncle Ken? Ekapin Polo is a go-getter. Great advice, George Quay. She will clean up and be the best of herself. And that's from the Radical Renegade, texting us from Accra. Uncle Ken, where's Uncle Ken? Where's Uncle Ken? Where's Uncle Ken? Uncle Ken is doing meet and greet with his fans. Rosemond, this is Jonathan. Like I used to admire Susie Williams, you came into the scene and I simply fell in love with you. Just that you have been my crush since senior high school. You forever remain in my heart. Now please give her my contact. Why? Let her take I want to take her for lunch. My number is 0244 and the rest. We'll get to know each other. Rosemond, that's a phone number for you. All right. Okay, more messages coming in. Now I'm so glad she's turning over a new leaf. Let's not judge her. Kudos. And that's a message coming from Ruby to you. Good afternoon, Naa. What an emotional interview. Ekapin Polo should not be bothered by the distasteful attitude of our slave vendors. The reason one of them do not want to associate with her is because they are scared of her. Like Shatawali, she has broken all the rules to get this far. She is really an inspiration and a definition of a modern day quintessential disruptor. All right. Thank you for that message. And I'm glad I didn't bite my tongue.
Yeah.
All right. Point blank. Ekapin Polo is Ghana's version of Cardi B. She's got to have the dollars. Still, cash still rules. Hashtag Ekapin Polo. Now, can DJ Wubet say, all right. All right. More messages coming in. Sister Polo, what is the highest level you can go for money for in terms of your career?
Okay. The highest
from MFR.
The highest level I can go is to twerk with Cardi B on her next music video.
All right. We're going to allow three of you to call us, talk to Ekapin Polo. If you have any questions for her, that would be great. The number to call us on is 0302-216541. 0302-216541. Call us. Dr. Asanka says, yes, now question, who is she? And why are you interviewing her? All right. So Ekapin Polo is an actress. She's a video vixen.
A twerker.
She's an internet sensation. She says she's a dangerous twerker.
No. She's a drama queen,
A
dangerous
drama queen. A
and
dangerous
twerker.
drama queen and a twerker.
Olympic gold
And
medalist
nowadays,
twerker.
she's a musician. We'll talk about her
Is there,
music soon.
in Olympics, is there any
Twerking.
I'm so surprised this person is asking this question, and to me it sounds so insult to me, but I'll take it like that because Ekrabi Polo is now everywhere. I'm in New York blog. If I'm nobody in Ghana here, I'm somebody to Cardi B, and she called me her spiritual twinnie. It pay you kiss kiss. Mwah.
Okay. All right. So if there's twerking at the Olympic Games, would you
us
represent
represent
Ghana?
Ghana.
Okay.
No,
Rasta, I refuse to make
For
to allow you to
Rasta for
turn this
Chichinga
interview
show.
to a twerking 101.
I'm overawed. I'm in the presence of
but
the highest
now,
profile.
Alright, we're picking
if Kapi wants to
people
twerk for Rasta, why do you want to prevent them?
Let's talk to. Hello.
Hello, now good
Hi,
afternoon.
good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Felix, calling from Kokonumri.
All right, Felix, you're live.
Now, I want to say God bless you. I want to say God bless you, Abwaye. And I want to say God bless you to the FDA man. The lady herself has the conviction that what she does, she's not satisfied with it. And so she wants to stop. And Rasta says what? My sister, please follow your conviction. We pray that you get a better avenue so that your what you want to do would take a different level, so that you would exit what you do now that you yourself are not satisfied with. God bless you.
Thank you so much. 0302-216-541 is the number to reach us on. 0302-216-541. Call us if your Polo is here. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, ma'am?
Please, my name is Precious. I'm calling from Castle.
All right, Precious, you're live.
Okay, I want to say this to Captain Polo. I want to tell her that in life there are ups and downs, and all I want to tell her is that she should never give up. But I also want to say to her that she should get someone who will train her, who will manage her, who will counsel her how to talk, how to dress, how to move about and all that. And she should never give up. She should humble herself, because the Bible says he who humbles himself will lift him or her up. So all I'll tell her is that she should try her best. She should keep pushing. At a point, people will be like, she doesn't deserve this, she doesn't deserve that. But if she keeps it to herself and tell herself that I'll do it, and she adds God to herself, it will surprise her that people who thought they would even be better than her, and then if she gets close to them, it will tarnish their image. They would even be looking for her to at least be someone they will need before they will get to an opportunity they need. So all I'll tell her is that she should humble herself, put herself on God, and she'll get to where she'll be. I really like her. Thank you so much.
And thank you for calling.
You too.
Captain Polo,
Sister,
before we go, when you consider all the things that you have done, the things that you're doing, and where you want to go to, tell us where you see yourself, or rather you'd like to see yourself in the future, in the next about 5 years.
okay, as at now, I'm working on a lot of things, and I've attached myself and added myself to music now, because I realized that only the movie will not really push me.
Yeah, you go hungry.
And I'm active everywhere. I'm active. So Take Music called me. I think he saw something in me.
You mean TikTok?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So he called me. That
Down
was
tick.
last year, and he recorded some song with me, and he told me, Rosemond, this is what you are, because the energy you have on social media is for singing. So he brought out something good in me. We entered the studio, and whatever we did inside the studio was great.
Did he write for you?
No, he didn't write. The song actually is from me, because when I was in school, I used to perform it in school. Okay. So when I brought it out, osiesie ni mame. He took some of it out and then added something to it a little bit,
Of
and
course,
we
I mean, he
did.
needed to.
Yes.
Congratulations on this new venture.
Thank you so much.
Well, Kojo Yankson wants me to tell you that he absolutely admires you.
Oh, thank you so much.
And he loves you.
God bless him. This kind of motivational things boost my temperature and it makes me to explore more.
Do you know Kojo Yankson?
I've heard the name, but I've never seen him.
Yeah,
before.
he used to captain the Black Stars in 1980 World Cup.
He's the morning man on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7
I can't wait.
FM.
I can't wait.
So you can listen to him on Friday.
All right, I will do that.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm looking up to. I can't wait to be in the Hollywood aspects, and yes, I wish and pray hard that God will touch Cardi B's heart, and my next song or my next two
Have
songs.
you heard from Cardi B?
Yes, sometimes we chat on Instagram.
I see.
Yeah.
So what does she tell you? What does she tell you? What do you talk about?
Oh, she motivates me. She motivates me, and she tells me to keep on being myself, and I know that God will bring us together to do something, because she
Yes,
tweeted
me too.
once before that she want to do something with me. She want to do something with me and Shatawale. So that is what I'm looking forward to. She want me to model or twerk in her music video that she will do with Shatawale.
All right, we look forward to that. Anyway, so thank you so much for coming. It's been great talking to you. I believe myself and a lot
so
of
what?
us have heard.
Cardi B has a song with Shatawale.
Not yet. They are now working on that.
Wow,
All
that's
right.
news.
Yeah. What? Yeah, great. So if Captain Polo has music now,
Yes,
has a new
please.
song out now,
Yeah.
and I'd like us to take a listen to it. Thank you for coming, and I'm glad that we have heard a lot about you
And the
today that
music
we
video,
otherwise wouldn't have.
I've
I
done
guess
the
wouldn't
music
have
video.
known.
It will be out, if God permits, next week.
Okay.
Sexy Polo music video.
God will permit. God will
Amen.
permit.
Amen. So they should watch out for that one too.
All
the
right,
music
we
video.
watch out for it. Thank you so much for sharing with us today. We wish you all the best in all that you,
Thank you for calling
all
me
you're
too.
doing and all you hope to do.
Amen.
And never stop.
Yeah,
Amen.
Yeah, those who say you should stop, they will never employ you.
Okay, Rasta. All right, so this is Sexy Polo. Let's take a listen.
Magical.